I know what's going.
All right, so we got a great game coming up. They're doing a little faction selection here. We got Wooble, TNB, Minxcat, and Minx. It looks like Minx has gone with ECAS. Wooble's taken first choice of Hark. TNB's gone with Karina, which is exciting. And Beachcat is now kind of fucked. I assume he's going to do Atreides. I think that's his next strongest faction. But this is a community patch game, and all these guys won their first round. I think except for Wooble. Won the first round in their tournament. It sounds like there was a domination, double base kill in one. There's a hedge victory in another. I don't recall what the winners of the other two games were, but this is for a bit of real world dollars going to charity, the winner's choice. Oh, asshole lobby. Okay, yeah. And of course, undoubtedly, there's going to be some technical issues and glitches here or there, but we'll listen as much as we can to the players, to the finalists, and go from there.
I have played this game for long enough to know it's an unfinished mess, and you ruined it by making the strongest, the strongest tactic even stronger.
I have played this game.
I'm gonna make an air unit copy pasta after we finish this. Someone remind me.
Oh my god, yeah, we need one of those, yeah.
I like how Esdros you tried to
have
spam your air units. Oh, he's definitely
an
game.
air unit copy.
I can't speak to this guy. I can't talk with him. He refuses to. He refuses to fucking. I don't know. Listen or talk.
Why am I unknown?
You're just built like that.
You have been the whole time.
Why am I unknown?
Oh,
So this is already pretty exciting. So we're gonna have Beachcat here going with Thufir Jessica. This is a pretty meta kind of pick. I think all the Atreides counselors are good, but this is probably the two strongest. Good for treaties early game. Thufir is amazing utility late game and in the mid game with the agents getting extra traits. Goes really well with sustainable spying, right? Decent spawn here for Atreides. Has three relatively close specials. Has a nice spice here close to their main fuel cells. This should be okay. The only thing is they don't really have a second spice field easy. Maybe this one's safe in the back. Yeah, and there's a glitch desolation here, so we'll see who falls for this. Sometimes the desolation, it will not have this big fog over it, so people might move through here not realizing that this will cause their units likely to die. So this kind of cordons them off from Carino up here, so this is actually very safe and nice versatile region for Atreides. They have some nice strong network works. They have a nice Mount Idaho, which is really great for Atreides, and it has a good sandfall. So Atreides actually has a really good spawn. Two really good safe specials for them. And then a third Moondew over here. So I'd probably focus, if I'm them, on just a nice hedge game here. Nice defensive bunker here. And nice terrain, making it hard to aggress them from the other side. So decent spot. Very close to Carthag, though. So they're going to end up fighting over these territories, undoubtedly. This is next to Carthag, and this makes a very nice bunker on this region. Should be very defensible for Carino or for Hark. They need to make sure that Atreides doesn't get this as well. They have in their backyard a really nice crescent ridge here. A strong network on that spice field. So they have two spice fields. I mean, their main spice fields, whatever. He's going with Kudu and Peter to Rise. Really good, typical kind of standard patch sort of counter combo. But this is nice too. Good wind reaches in the back. Has some fuel cells here, and most importantly, has a space cruiser X. So this will enable an early overlord, which is essential for Hark being able to contest some of these factions in the late game. But yeah, I could see some issues here with Hark. I think what you do is you go for these spice fields, you pillage everything in between. You take your cruiser wreck and your specials, and you kind of pillage all the other stuff, and you can deal with it later. But this will make a nice bunker for him to secure this. This is very close to Atreides' main, so if at some point he wants to go for a base snipe with a bunch of gunners, he probably could. Then we have a lot, which is vast territory to the north, right? Double deep desert. You have a worm's nest with the hard workers quirk here, so this should be a nice flashpoint between Hark and and ECAS, and I think it probably favors ECAS just given that there's a fuel cell closer. ECAS has nice deep desert here, creating nice natural barriers. So this is Minx over here in ECAS. If she takes this region, this is a fantastic region. Jesus, this is like a goated region for ECAS, and I'll explain why in a moment. But basically, you build masterpieces, blue statecraft masterpieces, and each one will give you counts double amplification of quirks, right? So let's say she takes this one and takes this, and she gets an extra amplification from here, then it would get 2 times, right? So it would be 6, and then with masterpiece it counts 12, so 12 Solari per blue masterpiece plus 1 intel. So and if she can get another amplification, it'd be pretty difficult to actually do that. But yeah, this is a great region. Just unfortunately does not have a lot of ways for this to get amplified with neighboring sanctuaries. But good terrain here to create sanctuaries easily, right? Take this Plascrete region, nice spot. There's actually a lot of spice fields up here. Look at this. There's 3 spice fields adjacent to this region. So if Carino want to be fucking crazy, go for weird rare Chomwin, they could drop here and have 3 spice fields next to it. I don't think they're going to do that though. T&B is here on Carino, going with Gaius and Zumgaran. Very fun. Undoubtedly going to be using politics to you know, both get Zumgaran bonus 30% power by getting truce with 2 other factions, and Gaius to kind of bully people to the land strat. Has a nice easy great volcano here. It's great for fuel cells. Is cordoned off from Atreides in the south with this deep desert, and then has a nice safe spice field up here. So nice stuff. I don't think you really. I think this is just a region you're going to end up pillaging serially as Carino, and this one. Probably both of these, honestly. I would just pillage the bejeebies out of these. I don't know if you want to even drop there. This is a nice region. This gives some good money and good pillage amplification. This is a great spice field. So this is God versatile. So if once he gets a blue and a red building here, he won't be able. He'll be missing out on the administrative consolidation, right? You need 4 of a kind, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, it'll decrease the upkeep of your Plascrete, but I think what you'll get in the versatile exploitation will be better, right? There's been an update to Imperial Administration, so Carino can no longer build their own investment offices, but they actually get it through this tech passively. They get at 5k 1 application and at 10k 2nd application. So this region here will have 2 more applications by the time they're at 10k. That's 60% more resource production in this village, which is a nice spice field, right? Also good water. So that'll be nice. And then yeah, in the south has Desolation, protect them from Atreides. Has this spice field. This fuel cell region is actually quite nice too. Plunder is really good with the fuel cells. You can double build these. And with geothermal condensers, right, you get more slurry, water, and resource production in the village by double building them up here. So, yeah, maybe this isn't an abhorrent thing to pillage and drop on. Again, pretty safe here in the corner. But in terms of specials, really just has this volcano. Might need to drop more centrally to secure another special like base in here. Another thought is in dropping here, it's a little central, sure, but you can then have a beautiful bunker here, right? You could have 2 turrets here, 1 here, have an arty drone, and this would be pretty tough to push with a base right there. And then gives you access to Imperial Basin. Now, Carino, remember, in this patch has decreased authority costs next to their main bases, but regions far from their main base cost more than in the standard game. So let's take a look at the land strat and listen to what they're scheming.
I don't have to play the patch.
Yeah, it was Castrex indeed. I remember.
Yeah.
Castrex said, "I don't have to play the patch. I already know the game well enough." Cream said, "You know."
Good old-fashioned stuff. Yeah, Desolation between Carino and Atreides. They both seem to like it because he kind of cancels aggression. Now, Atreides can annex these regions peacefully and be a sneaky bastard about it. Carino, on the other hand, can fly Kronos over this desert And I think that's maybe even a bigger issue for Atreides. So Carino having a very defensible bunker is super nice for them in how they tend to like to play. Over here we have the first kind of border tips touching. And this kind of what I mentioned before is these regions that are kind of long and pointed away are really important to capture. These are great regions for a pillage route, these three, right? This is actually a fantastic quirk, glass sculptors on a plasticate region. But I think this is right. You take these two regions here. This spice field I would want to, and I basically pillage just about everything else here and take these two specials. Very good positioning, I think. A lot of good quirks and types of territories for Hark here. And then this is the other big question: is who's going to be able to extend their reach over here? It's a little far from foliage. Just the actual distance is huge, right? Hark has a lot of territories in between to pillage. And for Hark and for smugglers, are these factions that don't have too much of a malice to pillaging, you want to have condensed clusters of regions you can pillage serially. Smugglers, of course, get good income from it, and with their tech, they can ignore the authority increase in annexing it later. But for Hark, you get what? You get manpower, right, from Arrakis Butcher from killing the militia. You get to reduce the authority cost serially each time you pillage it, and you also get your money. And then at 5K, I believe, you begin getting intel. In this patch, remember, intel from most sources is halved to kind of make operations a little more strategic in how you use them, right? You can't really spam stuff in the same way you could in previous builds. So the game plays a little different, but it means you're not sitting under constant orbital bombardment. You're not being constantly vapored unless there's, Piter and lots of very diligent pillaging. Looking around here, so Beach Cat is cleverly going for all these specials. This can sometimes really work well by actually going for an early wonders, but in this patch, I like this. The Sandfall building nice high upkeep buildings here. Each of these will give about 1 knowledge, plus whatever they give normally. So I expect to see this making about 4 knowledge by the end of this. Glass Sculptor is going to make some income from the Plascrete, and then has rare elements too. So it's a great region, and he's kind of doing what we were mentioning before, taking these regions. Gonna have a lot of Plascrete. Gonna need water, and gonna have to make some money somehow if he wants to keep this up. So typically, if you're doing this, you want to go down urban planning and get trade agreements. You want to get these up with people. Doesn't have one up with anyone yet. I think ECAS is a good choice. It's a cross map. Carino would obviously take a nice free treaty as well. Let's listen into. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so ECAS is actually going with Sonya, which is fun. Sonya's gotten a buff to the passive Solari production you get from Sanctuaries. So Sanctuaries actually give you much better economy. If she's able to capture Well Riches and then Worm's Nest, she'll have 2 Sanctuaries here. She'll get another one up here. 3 Sanctuaries. It's going to be making passive 75 Solari. Really nice. Plus another 30 from cultural tourism once she gets it. So I think the Chom mark will be pretty interesting this game. We got Hark, which is always great at choming. We got ECAS with some new buffs to choming. And then we have Carino, which has this interesting cluster here, but can always exploit these quirks to make a lot of money. And has nice versatile here. It's not quite. Oh, it is next to the main. Okay. Yeah, this is a region that can make a lot of Solari if he wants to drop next to it.
Awaiting order.
Let's listen in.
Surround a deep desert. You
Mhm.
can, like, when you surround it, you will gain control of it.
Right.
We serve the Imperium.
Which
Giving it to ECAS would be really funny.
no, but from
Surround
what I
control.
see.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No, but from what I see,
Okay, so
you
this
can give it to
works perfectly.
Eric.
This is
then
awesome.
it just-
So we can now look at the main quests available to each faction. For Atreides, right? Get experience on our units. Easy enough as just killing, units. And befriend 3 sieges, right? So if you're Atreides, you got Paul. This is going to be something you want to do anyway. Looking here, is he trading? He's trading here. Okay. Would need 2 more sieges. It kind of depends on whether you're going to be able to find them, get the regions, and ally them. But 3 sieges is going to be a task. Pardon me. It looks like in the Landsrad, Trial of Great Houses went through. From Carino. Clever. So the reason you do this is Carino's you start with more Landsrad standing. So when you dock everyone down to 30, when you're in low standing, right, you have higher chome buying prices. So by voting that through, you might not think about it initially, but he's basically guaranteed that he's going to be able to outcompete them on chome in this early chome market buying, if he wanted to. It also just slows down their ability to buy chome early for these pillage-based factions. Very smart. And eco developments, military developments for everyone. So here, Scav team own 3 spice fields, and then positive resolutions of 1 charter, get more standing, influence production, max influence. And each faction will have its own special main quests like this. So here's ECASs, collect 10 champion trophies, Scav team, or similarly get your political stuff sorted. For Carino, similar sort of stuff. And then for Hark, pillage enemy villages and pillage sieges, right? This should be pretty doable as Hark. Doing this and oppressing your villages, and then pillaging enemy villages. All the point of all these is to force you to kind of reach and be a little aggressive and active, and reward you with something that helps you towards that win con. Right. Very good for Hark, getting recruitment, foreign recruitment. This is huge. Missionaries for ECAS, and then everyone gets more authority. Okay. So there might be some tension here, building between Atreides and Hark. Hark probably wants to keep Atreides off these bunkers, which I think is very important. But honestly, I think Atreides could stomp this army, and if they do, Hark's in some trouble. Rangers can outrange with that upgrade, which they don't seem to have right now. Rangers can outrange gunners. I don't see any Serbs here to give them a lot of trouble. So if you wanted to pop down here, pop these gunners and kill the troopers, right, this is a huge amount of manpower that would be down the drain. Maybe would have been worth it, I think, for this month with the foreign recruitment. I would take that risk, because right now Atreides risks Hark getting a ton of manpower and a big enough army to do some pillaging of his own, which you don't really want. But maybe Wooble here on Hark is going to be a little more peaceful for now. Looking at the armies, so Hark almost maxed out. Has recruitment initiative. Uh-oh, little disconnect here. Recruitment center, command post, admin hall. On ECAS here, we got admin hall and research center. Looks like not building anything right now. Just got disconnected. Building the first night. Atreides smartly gotten research agreements, trade agreements with everyone. This is going to help to float their economy substantially, right? And then let's see what Carino's up to as well. Pretty typical. And I think now what this does is it frees you up from going for an early Imperial administration. You don't really need this till you hit 5k anyway, because this will kick in at 5k and then 10k. So this is kind of how I would open as well, I think. Except maybe I wouldn't do Imperial Command. It's kind of a strange one, I think, to get this early. But maybe his thought here, TNB, is if you're in truce with someone like this, you can fly a single guy over, or you can pick up, let's say, if you have Fenring, you can pick up a POI, pick up their POIs in their region, and then fly back from their main base to yours. So we may just see a bit of that too. We'll have to see. We'll listen to them while I go get my coffee.
For sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. At least once.
finally thought of a stupid pun that would get me killed. I would say that's not molto bene of you.
Did Minx
Should've kept-
rage quit?
No, Wi-Fi.
Why-
She's not
why-
even in the call anymore, I believe.
No, I think it was a
Why
rage
would
quit.
she-
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
didn't rage quit, that's
I
amazing.
know of Minx as a deeply angry
Horrible.
person with
Horrible.
Yeah,
but
Minx,
it's-
little patience.
a notably poorly ill-tempered person, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see her smashing her desk already.
That sounds right. Punching
She's
some
modding
holes
her,
in
she's
walls right
modding
now.
her desk as we speak.
She's modifying her desk. Modifying it into fucking trash.
Nerfing her desk.
like what she did to Karina.
The direct nerf to the desk.
Direct nerf to the desk.
The indirect nerf is Minx's bad internet connection. Oh. There's a clip? What?
It's the clip of your massive head. Yeah.
Yeah. I just...
TNB like deployed massive head
Oh, the magazine.
in his game, and this was clipped. That has to be probably the craziest play that I have seen, like, so far, watching these games. Of just TNB destroying a base, and then within, like, 1 minute, destroying another one. Like, not even 5 days
Karina-
passed, I
Karina
think,
good
and you
unit,
destroyed
man.
the other one.
No, Karina unplayable.
Karina good unit.
Unplayable.
Uh,
Karina,
I have to give props to all cash for actually
Hello.
finishing the base.
Yeah.
Minx,
Minx.
I'm glad you were able to come back from your rage quit.
yeah, how could you
Yeah.
rage quit me? That's
Yeah,
fucking
We were just discussing how in your rage you were nerfing your desk.
Oh god, I have no idea. My internet just gave up and my router disconnected, and I had to restart it.
It
Alright,
saw
you
what you
good?
did to Karina
Everyone
and
good?
decided to punish you.
I got punished.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm assuming
Are
Google
you
is here.
still loading Minx or are
Yeah.
you good?
I'm in. I'm good.
Okay.
Some very exciting. So this recruitment siege here is probably one of the strongest ones that Heart can get. With in conjunction with Kudu, you can really bring your recruitment time for units down to something kind of insane.
Waiting for your order.
And I wonder if he's found it yet. He's not yet found it. Okay, he's just fighting over this as its bunker next to a special near Atreides. I think it's a good idea to pillage these as much as you can, but he needs to get
You can have
something
that
next
spice
to this
too,
region
Woo, if you
so
want
we can
it.
put
Yeah,
a
okay.
military base up.
Yep.
Has a nice crescent
Thanks,
ridge
Peach Cat.
here.
I'm glad we
You're
negotiated this amicably.
Another scab network's pretty nice too.
Come on.
So yeah, it has the 2 spice fields here. Third one up here.
Build faster.
Break works on this one.
Please.
Getting a nice early office of order. This is something where it's going to help with the eco, give more militia.
Oh, that's such a good guess.
The only question is,
Thank you.
you know, normally when someone goes down this way pretty early, I usually think of them going with Kronvatia, who's had a buff in this community patch. And I think that if you went Kronvatia, I think there's a very real Chome push month 4 or 5 that he could theoretically go for if he kind of ignores some red tech and really goes down his yellow line. But I think he's going to play more standard game by some Chome. Maybe not right now. I think his land threat standing is pretty low still. Yeah, it's 178. He needs to fix this, most importantly, right? You get that from truces. You can also get that from stuff like, where is it? Your embassy on the main base here. I guess we can't really see it. Usually Atreides
Alright.
will get an early embassy with all the truces they get. Nothing there.
I'm
Okay.
just waiting for my authority, I guess. It's time to AFK.
So it looks like... Does he want to capture this? I think you pillaged this. I don't think you have to capture this quite yet. Interesting. But taking a look at the resources tab, nothing too crazy. I mean, this is kind of what you
Thank
expect as
you.
well from your knowledge of
If
If
what's
you
going in the
accept
game.
the Sadaka, don't kill units with that.
I'm
You
aware.
don't want to nice.
eventually you'll do.
And this is gonna, yeah, this is. So I think
Thanks. I only
Carino
just now noticed that you
has-
tried to blame the visual bug on me in the fix I did yesterday. How dare!
Wait. Huh?
I just
How?
saw in the DMs you said, "Oh, it's probably the resource you added yesterday." I'm like, what? What do you mean?
How?
Yeah,
Minx, how dare you?
it's probably the resource, isn't it? That
No, it was
causes,
the
like-
CNB was on an old version.
Yeah, but like other people have a new resource, the other people don't. That's why.
I think it was your fault ultimately, Peter.
That's why it's booking out.
I'm not entirely convinced because I've added resources
I'm not
before.
sure too.
Hey,
Yeah.
Peter, I played
But
this
I
game for
think
long
that's
enough that I
the
don't
big
need to
change
download the
that we
community
made,
patch.
like-
No, you ruined it
What
with,
is
with your
this?
update.
Go away.
Gonna leave it there on a trickle of health.
I told you
Fuck
eventually you
you.
will kill.
No.
All right.
Go sniper. You got this. No.
Yes. Fight.
Sniper ain't there anymore.
Beautiful errant Cerberus here. Gonna get a nice.
Selfish.
Oh, you never run from the
How
Cerb.
much?
Look at him run back. A nice thing with the Hark is, you can really send out these stealth Serbs, and if anything has no militia, you just
I think
pillage
that's
it.
gonna be pretty
They'll
correct.
give you massive, massive bonuses, right? You can imagine a stealth Serb over here pillaging this, one over here pillaging this, and then
The
the
bird
Has,
money
which
we
is
have.
kind of
Yeah, they do
slow,
that
risk getting
dumbass.
wormed, has to choose what they want to save. So a stealth Serb, especially if you get early foreign recruitment, really, really effective. Now, the question is he going to come here and try to take this? If he does, he might need a supply drop coming in here, or he's going to try to maybe pillage these. You'd also consider taking one of these regions and using this as an airfield and a military base to reinforce from, which also would be a pretty decent idea. He's got 127 here. Let's see how much it is for him to take. No, just pillaging for now. But I think, I would think you would come up here, pillage these two, and come over here and bully ECAS a bit. ECAS tends to be pretty weak early, and you don't necessarily want to lose your units. Especially the river, you want to kind of build them up to get more benefit from this military unit reduction, upkeep reduction. This game is currently kind of what you'd expect, I think. We're seeing some borders being established between Atreides and Hark. I think Atreides will be taking a bunker here by Moondew and in this research station region soon. And I think if Atreides gets
I
this
really
bunker, I
don't
don't think
like
Hark
this.
will push him
I
off
really,
at any point,
really
but
don't like this.
let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is going to be an easy, I think, with Gaius, Kreen should be able to take this for himself. Easy.
Oh, thank you, Minx. Thank you.
And I think you take this, and then you come here and you pillage this, or you liberate it. I think with some of the bonuses you can get now from this main mission. Oh, we just missed it. Here's some of the older here are some of the older missions that have been re-implemented. So having Solari, you can lose a Solari and get standing. You get an agent with political mastermind, +5 influence production. That's me get us Atreides. For ECAS, you can give up manpower influence for standing, or you can give up intel for influence. So a lot of these little smaller things have been implemented to kind of make things more interesting. The older quests are still in the game as well, so there's still a bit of new, a bit of old. But we see here, okay, so again, I don't know if I would run out here. Worms tend to be pretty active in the Worm's Nest territory. It's kind of their quirk. I think if they wanted to be crazy, right, as Hark, you come here, you put your army here, you start capturing it or liberating it, and if you want to be insane, you can put down a worm call on here once this is up. But the Hark army wipes this army pretty handily. After which,
I really
you know,
don't
you
like
can
this
pillage
merchant.
this, pillage that. But you can already see Carino playing a factor, right? Sending Sards over here, gonna help against Executioners. Oh gosh, these are also Sards.
Where do I drop? Like what?
You see, Carino's playing both sides, so he always comes out on top. This is classic. Classic
Many
Zumgaran.
such cases.
I actually don't see
So here's a
anywhere
great bunker
I
from
could drop.
Atreides over here. The ECAS
think
sanctuaries
there's
only
are
one
currently
in the
magnificent,
middle of Minx's
or
bunker, and
magnificus, we
stop
say.
completing it.
There's another one that's yet to be built up here, but
Well, yeah, and then
you know, if
I'm
she takes
stuck
these
on
two,
Great
it'll
Volcano
be
as
1,
my
2,
only
3,
special.
4. Pretty bonkers.
Like this is the only special that is up here with me. This happened last game and nobody liked how it ended.
No.
Let's take a look at diplomacy.
No, I can back that
ECAS
up.
and Harker are there. So yeah, the question is, where does Carino drop, right? You have a Desolation down here. This is a safe volcano, so you don't have to drop over here. You could drop over here and contest the Atreides, but you'll probably get chained in a
Yes.
severely
Fight.
Don't do this.
I think
no,
up here.
don't give him
Fight.
stacks.
Now this is pretty
don't
risky.
give Carino stacks here.
Yeah,
Fine.
38,
Pillage or liberate?
38
Pillage
CP
or
versus
liberate?
55 CP.
Pillage, of course.
Okay,
Not-
okay.
Looks like they're
That's
negotiating just maybe a
Not a
pillage.
monster.
Yeah, this pillage is
Are
nice.
you gonna destroy
for
the
Hark,
buildings?
What a monster would
because
say.
Hark will get
That's exactly what the monster
some of
would say.
these the work towards these done, right? So both the Squeeze Raban quest, which gives you better exchange rate and Chome buying price, as well as some new shares, and this one if you want to go hegemony victory. So this is great to get these done early. This encourages early aggression, right? Which normally you might not necessarily see this. And this also gives a ton of resources for pillaging, right? Let's look from Hark's perspective how much this is worth. 1.5k, right? This is great. Hark's gonna have a ton of money. Awesome. They will undoubtedly buy some Chome, I hope. You know, his land strategy might be low still, actually. No, okay, he's normal. I'd like to see an embassy or something to kind of rebuild. Yeah, there we go. There's the embassy. Rebuild some of that land strat standing. What else you could do? Honestly, he's gonna kind of going as fast as he can. Maybe just some more truces, picking up POIs. Maybe going for a charter would be nice. But this is a nice early pillage force from Hark. Nice and diversified. Coming over here for Worm's Nest would be great. And right here, again, if you're ECAS, I still don't think you'd try to defend this unless a worm sign here would be nice. Missile battery would be really useful, especially against Hark. And with those Sards, you might be able to get away with it. Kind of depends. So we see a research agreement, trade agreement with just about everyone except for between these two. Trade is going to be over here, able to secure this bunker. This is going to be brutal to deal with. Let's look at a Atreides perspective. We can see that they've discovered the siege now. They're trading with it. They're probably going to ally it. If you're another faction, like Hark in this case, who doesn't see the siege, you can see that they have a Concord chamber down. So you know that
Swimming
there's a siege in the
in
adjacent
plasma.
region.
Anybody want some?
Everyone in this game is. Everyone in this game. I have a fucking industrious Mount Idaho, and I can't sell the plasfeet to anyone because you all have
Jesus Christ! What?
too much. I'm actually mad
one-
about it.
What the? That one village alone is producing you like 102. Yup. Yee.
It's not bad.
Alright, man. Do you wanna
Look
get
at the main
amazing
base.
gear as well?
Hark here is
I'm
the
so
triple
one of
red.
them too, but I'm too fucking
great.
broke right now. I ain't got no
Company
money.
needs to get their blue and their yellow
Yeah, I feel
switched out. I
like
think if you're playing
none
Hark
of
and
us-
going for a Chome
None of us has any.
tempo push, you need to focus also on your. I mean, this is a must, of course, but he's gonna have to get his extra 2 military slots. Right?
On Fremen.
He's missing right now his
On others,
military
it's
academy.
me.
That has to go in a 2 slot if you want to get a bonus. Put it here, which means you guys do a fusion plant to get his double blue here. So I'm not sure if he goes triple blue or double blue, and then 3 yellow. But I think his build is a little more all-comers, a little less of a Chome tempo build, which I think he could do in this case, right? 1, 2, 3, if he gets Worm's Nest. Especially with the hard worker quirk, he can be cooking.
No, not really. You have other better main base buildings that you should build in the early game.
Yeah, this
Like
man
Research
Idaho is
Center.
just disgusting. If it was like a versatile or like
Or
industrious,
Admin
it'd be
Hall.
pretty wild.
The timing on this was amazing. Literally the second it popped up.
Ooh, private mandate. I think if you're Hark, you do whatever you can to get this. But Carino, sitting on 400 votes.
I have
and has,
one siege in this
Gaius.
entire fucking territory. The other one's on the other side of the desolation, and then the third closest one is past Hark's base. So I guess I'm just not playing hedge this game.
You have 3 specials next to Arakin. I think you can still play hedge.
This is a pretty typical kind of tech path as well for Atreides.
That's a weird desolation.
Let's take a look at what kind of spies we got.
Just looks like a normal region.
Yeah.
A lot of influence.
Yeah, I told you.
Course.
That's a
This is
region where
outstanding
Cream
too,
would
this one here.
lose all of his army
With sustainable spying, these are going to go pretty
because
hard
he
for him.
plays without the region
True.
indicators, so he wouldn't know that that's a desolation.
So Hark has some good spice production up already, right? Because he's being oppressed, he has nice quirks on some of them. He has his militia as well, right? If he comes down for Cylinder after first, he can max him out. He's making good spice. Overall, spice-wise, making more than the rest of the lobby combined. So that's like a good rule of thumb. Or makes about as much as the rest of the lobby combined. It's a good rule of thumb that you could theoretically win on a Chome tempo push. Now, what he needs here, right, is Chome support, sure, but he needs to have his Chome branch up. So I want to see a Chome branch, maybe even a Harvester works. A triple yellow here would be really strong, and then have double red here. I think that's how he could get this done. If he takes this Worm's Nest off ECAS, I think he's set. This would be a great bunker here in the middle, though. He has so much to pillage, right? I'd actually split this army up if I were him, and try to have 2 pillage routes, just to maximize your timing on these. Over here, I think Atreides is not going to ally that siege. I think it's reasonable. He's going with Duncan. He's just going to have veterancy on his units. You know, veterancy on Atreides units really strong. You have Gurney, but even if you don't have Gurney, right, there's gear upgrades, so you can get more power on some units, and then your melee units will get instead more health. So this is great.
It really doesn't feel like Dune medium. It feels like Erg or something.
Yeah.
Does it?
All of my territories are like long wiggly things where a worm pops up before I cross the entire thing.
Yeah, the map is actually ambivalent Erg. We've added some new Erg themed maps.
Oh, we surely did, yes.
Cannot tell whether you're joking or not.
He is.
Let's take a look at the machinations of what people are going for here. So we have a Space and Guild branch coming up for ECAS. Monument's great. Siren's actually surprisingly... Oh, I'm a Siren fan, but you know, you need a lot of fuel cells for it. Fuel cells for ECAS, we have one that's a Sanctuary. This kind of sucks. We got a second that's a Sanctuary that also sucks. So unless there's a fusion plant in the main base, I think you're not going to have a whole lot of success. So if I'm Minx, I'm hoping to take this. This is Whitmore, it looks like, all at health. Pull this Sard back. Oh, it's a Sard, whatever. We're gonna do this, gonna get some fuel cells, or get, yeah, fuel cells in this region. She takes this, also make this a Sanctuary, should be quite nice. And this is a great bunker here in the middle. I mean, so ECAS right now, honestly, take this region, and you're not in a horrible spot. you've made a sanctuary out of this mountain range, but this Worm's Nest is probably the most vulnerable thing you have. And it's quite vulnerable and pretty appetizing to the person who's interested. This border area between Hark and Atreides, this is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with. If Atreides wants to get aggressive, and they can, each get to be an aggressive player, this is a great opportunity. And if, Karina wants to fly in to an Atreides airfield here and go after Carthag, they'd be able to do that too. So
I really don't know where I will
this
drop.
is a nasty, nasty bunker. Karina's still talking about the base drop. This is very late for a Karina base drop, so it's a little surprising.
Let's get blown up. Let's go.
I don't think he's going to drop anybody. He's in truce with everyone, so no one's going to be eligible for giving him that third base quite yet. You could drop here. You could run a guy over here to get rid of this. Ekaz is actually not even taking this renegade base for parts. She's using it smartly for experience that Rivi's military upkeep reduction kicks in. So another big change in this patch, community patch, military upkeep decreases sequentially by level instead of only when you're at max. So the upkeep for some of these units, right, if you go to ECAS's tab, is going to be reduced accordingly, right? This squire here is 1.4. Let me see this easier to do it this way. 1.1. No one's gotten their main quest yet. There's another one, rumored attack. Yeah, same as before, okay. So yeah, just gonna farm these for influence, or experience rather, which converts into, with Rivi, into Solari reduction, upkeep reduction. So ECAS should be approaching 65 CP, Hark's at 55, Carino's sitting at 45, soon to be Eldritch 55, and pretty peaceful game, aside from a little bit of early pillaging. We get main bases. Okay, yeah, here comes our Harvester Works, Mason's Guild, Shomes Branch. I expect Harvester Works for the third one. And I would like to see, building these out, quirk amplification here would be great, right? Put an investment office here. And I would actually, on this region, I would put a missile battery. You also need a military base somewhere here on this border, because this border is going to get messy. Maybe a military base here, but I'd also want a missile battery here, too. An early Overlord, right? Being enabled by
Nothing
the
is happening.
Rex can be really important.
Nowhere.
AFK, yippee.
God damn.
Okay.
Alright then.
We got Raban, nice. This is gonna
Nobody
maybe
wants
be
to
a
give me
squeeze
stacks,
game.
I see.
It was the same for me last game. It was so annoying.
Okay, so let's take a look here at Hark, right?
Well, there's nothing I
Has 2
can do
pillages,
then.
has to kill 11 more rebels, and can get this squeeze Raban, this economic main quest done. Or can pillage 3 sieges and go for hedge. I think I would probably go for this middle one. Show market right now is mostly Hark, but there's some ECAS, there's some Carino. I think if you come up here Hark, I
Wow, you are on top of those.
really push taking this off and killing this army.
Don't
That'll
you
set
worry.
back ECAS quite a bit, and they
Papa
probably
Corino
sell.
More
has
gift for
some of
Shai-Hulud.
So this is the tempo push, right? Month 4 or 5. If you wanted
Papa
to win
Corino has
on
enough
Chome,
Sun
you'd
cars to
bunker
rest for
these
your
up a
whole
bit.
life.
do we have our spice refinery stuff? We don't. Looks
Interesting
not.
statement.
But I'd go for this.
I'm gonna
and I
trust you.
would,
That wasn't a threat.
defend here as I go for Chome.
No. Wasn't supposed to be.
You would never
So
thought
the-
me.
Carino still
How
has a
about we
main
don't
base in
give
their
it to
pocket.
Ikaz?
Already putting propaganda office. Wow, so this is an
Take it.
early play for craft workshops from Carino.
We'll take it.
You can take it.
Sitting a little late on here. You can get away with
No, I
this
need a bit of
as Carino
bit of your
with Zump
support.
Ron if you have 2 truces.
Yeah.
This is a smart play. Looking at
That-
Lance Rad,
that's got it.
Hark really wanted some more Lance Rad standing. Eye of the Council goes to ECAS. That's huge. That's a big one. Now ECAS is vulnerable to loss of rights here. But this is a very smart
Yeah,
play.
I'm
They're
gonna
gonna
take
try to vote this back up. If she wants to beeline political art, I don't think she has enough time to do it. So I think she needs to take her gift and put it into something else, like Judge or Water Cellar, and the last second bump it up.
God damn.
Okay, Craft Workshop's going around for everyone.
Not too shabby.
We've got 35 cooking on Krino. If Krino's ever cooking hedge, he should be too. Eric Keen getting the research center up finally. Already has some craft workshops up, coming up now there. 1, 2, and 3. So good production here from Atreides, but it's going to be capped about 36 passive unless they get their quest. Hark, coming down, Savage Cleansing and Symbols of Authority. So again, if you see someone cook and hedge, you're behind. You need to catch up and do the same thing. The other caveat to that is if they are going for early hedge and you don't have it yet, you've probably gone for military or you've gone for chome or something. You need to exploit that. So with this big military, this army, everyone has, except really Carino. So if Hark wanted to bully Carino a bit, this would be a good time. The other factions too, I think would match up prior to Carino getting maxed out here. Carino does not have all of their red tech, and you could wipe that army and then, you know, be pretty happy. Yeah, Carino does not have a second base down yet. Not totally sure where they're going to drop. Going for a fair bit of blue stuff. This spice field they're able to get. ECAS sitting here with Whitmore on the border. Eyeing something juicy. Finally getting their fuel cell factory. And again, ECAS actually has a good eco here, right? From a combination of things. All this veterancy makes these units have really low upkeep. But also these sanctuaries, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 sanctuaries. Look at their economy here. That's 100 from native reservation from Sanya, another 40 from cultural tourism, 140 Slari from those. Really nice. The spice production, Carino's kind of caught up a bit. 233 now. That's one spice field here, one with versatile here, getting some amplifications. And then a third one they've just taken. So Carino's now on 3, and I believe that if you have 12 crude harvesters, that's one of the Carino, the Carino, whatever it's called, main quest. So Carino's gonna have a decent economy here. I think they're going for something like this with Gaius, though. Is going for these positive resolutions in Landsrad, getting a charter. With Gaius, this is so much easier, right? If you're doubling 400 votes on something you want. The reason that Carino's sitting here with 2 units, right? So Atreides could, for example, send an assassin. Probably not through this desolation, but maybe around it. It's also pretty painful. But could take out just 1 unit of only 1 unit over there, and then they could annex this, maybe put a ceasefire down. This is a cheap thing for Atreides to capture. It's next to a special region they'll want later, and because it's a siege region, Atreides can get it for very cheap through native customs and after a cultural assimilation with a peaceful annex. So that's the region that Atreides would like, I'm sure. Their army should be pretty vetted here. Yeah, it looks like almost fully vetted.
We're focused.
Very nice.
Yes, my Duke.
Cover tactics, okay, good.
Oh my. Boring.
It's also not a bad region, even for Atreides, this
Should pick Fremen.
Hasty Mesa. You get an intel.
Compared to the
strong
last game,
network.
this is. I mean, okay, to be fair, if I get this spawn as Fremen, I'm fucked. Like, I'm just straight up fucked.
Yeah.
Not if you go with Shamoom.
The wins aren't even that good.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're great. What do you mean the wins aren't that good? There's 2 3s.
The wins aren't that good.
Only
Like,
2 3s.
what?
1, 2,
Okay,
3,
no,
4, 5.
No, this
6.
cluster of 4 wind regions that ECAS just took, that's pretty good.
And the ones around your base,
Like
all of them except for 2 of them are 4 or 5. You got quirks for the for the Shamoom stacks too. You got a siege
but-
there.
Okay, I have Shimum stacks and where's my income?
Well, now you're happy. That's all that matters.
Mm.
It's your shmoomini of water and you're happy. Think about all that water with a nice polar
That would be a
sink.
simple life.
I'm here.
Interesting. So we see everyone here should be cooking hedge now. I think Hark should be finishing Symbols Authority soon. Yeah. So just a couple more days. Hark should be looking to take these specials. It should also be pillaging the center. And this bunker in the middle. You don't want to trade together this bunker. Carino can't really drop here either. This entire stretch here, these three, Carino can't really drop on.
The ghost mission.
So we don't really know where they're going to drop. They need to really decap ECAS to get a drop in, or they need to drop pretty aggressively for base kill, which honestly might end up being Hark. With that said, I would be wary with whomever Carino breaks truce with. They might also be content to sit on this one region, and this is smart, right? You max it out on Crafts Workshops, Propaganda Office. There's no quirk amplification here or anything, but
Alright,
between
my
this
turn
and
will
the
die.
Emperor Monument, right? They're making 35,
Oh.
which is much of the tradies on 3 of them. They can keep this up, and then at some point maybe go for this.
Who said that?
I did.
And wait for a liberation or something to drop the base. But they'll be able to keep up with the others to some extent with this early passive they're building. But yeah, this is tricky, right? They're kind of boxed in. There's no territory to take. There's no place to drop that's safe for them. So they need to drop aggressively, either going for a kill or dropping for regions. Look at the land strat. We have gear regs going on Hark from ECAS. We see Hark going for some land strat standing to get Chome cheaper. And then the Council easily going to Carino.
Something's not right.
So this might be where ECAS wants to start flexing a bit, taking some territories, right? With this many sanctuaries, 4 sanctuaries, really, really good authority production. So going to try to go for this, I assume, and also this. Take these 2 territories, make a bunker, and start cooking hedge, and
I
just
guess
play
it is
very
right.
defensively. And this
We
is
just
nice, right?
counted
You could
as
put
Oh.
a missile battery here, a missile battery here, and then missile battery here, and
Yeah.
make this triple bunker. Up here, you have redundancy, right? This region can have a battery here, this one can have a battery here, or you can actually put it down here. And then this one, maybe on its own, maybe a weak spot, a little pivot point. And also the only source of their fuel cells. So I suspect Carino's going to have to break into this region and avoid this bunker.
Sharp as a needle.
And ECAS will look to take this bunker. Now, Hark's come over here at long last and going after Worm's Nest. Is ECAS going to get their entire army back to this airfield in time before this airfield's broken? They did. Okay, so ECAS unable to respond in time due to lack of airfield to fly from. Right, they ran all the way back to their main base to do this. And so now they have to go all the way around here. And what can happen, right, is a worm sign going down or a toxic vapors. Can really, really rain on their parade. An overlord in this area as well could be strong. And if this monument isn't careful, honestly, a worm sign here, a supply drop here, you have the gunners snipe this real quick. Now ECAS is sending Carino, or Carino's sending ECAS some SARDs, very smart. Overlord's being built. What operations do we have? So we have a Vapors, we have a Infil Cells, we've got a Decoy Thumper. So I think a Decoy Thumper here and now, on this region that these units are in, along with the Vapors. And I might at the same time try to pillage this
Can't
region
believe I'm
so that
doing
there's no supply from available to ECAS from pillaging it. We'll see what they're able to get away with. Looks like they're able to get out of that region. Hark is putting a Vapors down, very smart. That's a very good Vapors, and I don't know if you put the Thumper here or if you put it here. I think you put it in this region. Yeah, and you engage him now. Yeah, good. These gunners are going to get melted if they can't scuttle back a bit. Executioners are being shift-clicked down. But some of them, looks like a couple are going to maintain their stacks. They got to take these knights out. These knights are really, really good at focusing these down, right? And we don't see combat stims or anything from Hark. Hark just got their Overlord up. Oh, that's unlucky timing. Sleeper Cells is up though, so I think that I would at least get the Overlord here just to snipe these 4 units, right? A little Overlord nuke on this area would have been a very nice play, taking out all the anti-air, and maybe given enough of a punch for these guys to last a little bit longer. But that was a good engagement from Ekaz, able to defend this. Looks like Dear Whitmore's gone. But now, you know, Hark's going to rebuild with more ease than Ekaz will. They got a Squire as their champ now. Looking at their rebuilding, so Ekaz at 53 CP. Hark is just rebuilding Serbs for days. Again, didn't have their last 2 training slots in, so Pearl training's done. Is he just missing? He has resources. Yeah, he just forgot. It happens.
Please, please don't fight. I would hate to see you fight.
Yeah, this also would be the time that you know, Carino would want to press
hate
Ekaz,
it,
right?
I hate it. Really hate
You do that
Positively
there.
giddy.
When they're fighting, you put an interdiction zone down, and you go for this region, right? This is the ideal time for Carino to come in here and take this region off, liberate it, and drop a base, or take these 2 regions off. We'll see if that's what they're gonna do. No, just gonna farm some siege stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I think with Carino, especially with the bases, you really want to get these up and going. You're missing out on your triple red, on your training slots, on all of your eco bonuses you can be getting. And the eco's doing fine, but you know, I think this was an opportunity. And again, an interdiction zone here would have kept this army all the way on the other side of the map. Right, this airfield was destroyed by Hark when they attacked, so he may also be thinking, hey, he wants to knock down his cross map more than his neighbor. Looking at the hedge numbers, Atreides is just cooking comfortably on 40 passive. Everyone else around there at 30-ish. Hark is finally getting their passive up, which is nice. A lot of regions that they've been pillaging, right, serially. So he needs to immediately come here and start pillaging these so Atreides doesn't annex them. And you can see him kind of splitting up his forces to do that, which is very smart. Then he has this Overlord here kind of posturing defensively. Looks like a Atreides, speaking of Ekaz with Carino. All the hidden schemes. Maniacal
What?
Laughter.
Wait. Oh no. Did I write that
Awkward.
to you?
Awkward.
I'm washed.
So you have Judge of the Council
From
coming up.
unknown. You don't know who wrote that.
Yeah, I don't know who said that. The pink unknown.
So looking at the faction quests now, so Atreides could get this middle one. They don't think they're going to do this, but Friend Siege one. So I think I'd go for this middle one if I'm Atreides. It seems possible and plausible. You could also get the politics one, perhaps. Yeah, so they got a positive resolution here. So that should have counted towards that mission for them. Yeah, 1 positive, really good. This also stacks with the Atreides innate ability that they get. So as a faction, when they get positive resolutions, they get more slurry. And then they get additional positive resource production permanently. So that's reflected here. Benefits reputation, and their this other one's not reflected in here. Here, soft power. There you go. So that's nice. Chomwise, somewhat equally split. Korean's actually 18. Nice. 18 on 1 base. 3 spice fields. Sure. Let's take a look at how they've exploited their quirks a bit. Finally took this. Nice. They're not using Volcano at all. This could actually make them a fair amount of money if they wanted. I'd probably replace these research hubs with fuel cells, honestly. Nice fuel cell there. Nice. Do we have a furnace? Maybe we got the furnace here somewhere. Good placement of the furnace. Good spice silo. I mean, yeah, he's making the most of a really tight kind of build. And again, not even using his second base at the moment.
I wonder how the Twitch viewers feel like watching the paint dry.
Oh, don't worry, the paint's not drying over here.
Well,
Okay, well
guess
apparently I
that's-
can't attack this spice field because there's like a huge ridge, so I gotta go somewhere else. Tough.
All right, so we have some action now on the border here by Carthage. So this is tricky. Atreides looking for room to expand.
Awaiting order.
They've chosen the region next to Carthage, which also houses the Spacing Hill Branch. I'd blow this shit up immediately. There's pillaging. Interesting. Are they gonna? Good vapors. Very good vapors.
Okay, Mr. Vapor
it.
Spammer.
So take a look at espionage. So if you're playing Hark, maintaining your vapor is really important. You can avoid getting captured by just sacrificing an agent, and it'll also reduce the cost.
Now,
So
Vapors
you
is
just need
the
to have your
smallest
toxic
crime
vapors,
compared to what
your
you can
space
do.
field. You want to just load this up. And every time you get into a battle, right, you kill 20 units, you'll get an agent you can sacrifice. The Overlord got left out in the open here. This is bad. Overlord needs to sacrifice these in. And you know what? Actually, if Hark flies back up here, he can win this fight. He needs to sacrifice them. He needs to do decimation protocols.
I don't know.
And he will run. He will lose. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Go
Minx can lose
away.
everything here except for Whitmore.
There
in
are
the
too
back.
many worms here.
no, stay,
yeah.
stay there, stay right there. That's beautiful.
No.
Now, interdiction
beautiful.
zone from
I
Carino
love it.
and flying in would kill Carthage here.
Yo.
We don't see any type of machination from Carino right now. But that's always an option. Good defense from Hark. Hark now dealing with liberation on these regions. And again, I think your operations here are your friend. This is how you're able to split up your room a bit. I think if you're able to take a few more casualties, a few more lives off of ECAS here, I think you're in a better spot. But we'll see if Hark wants to take this. I think Hark wins this fight with operations. Do we have a sleeper agent and stims? I think you're good.
Listening.
We also need to see Raban use his ability. Berserk them a bit. There's no sleeper cell. Yeah, so no agents here. I don't know if Hark wins this. They could. He needs to be rallying in additional troops here to kill this ranger and so forth. So we see, yeah, some Serbs coming in. There's only one executioner on the field though, and after that executioner goes down, this will be pretty vulnerable here. But looks like, man, reveling in the blood. Well done. And I think he's going to be able to take out this beautiful, beautiful wipe. ECAS coming middle, trying to take a bunker here in the middle. Very smart as well. I don't know if I'd risk the Overlord coming over here unattended, but yeah, this is a great wipe here. He'll be able to defend this well. And there's also an option that Hark comes down here and focuses on these instead. Because again, this is the trade
Duncan
bunkers
v all.
But I think
Duncan versus
this
the
will be tough
world.
out here. Carino is hanging out in the corner.
Who would win?
Probably Duncan. If I had to guess.
Yeah, probably Duncan.
You're gonna have to get involved, TNV, if you want to
Yeah.
not lose.
Yeah,
Taking a look
I
around
see.
again. Let's take a look at the land strat. We got
Who would win?
Judge,
One
no,
Duncan
Water
or
Seller's up
10
next.
trillion Sardaukar?
Probably Duncan.
Sitting happy on Chom though. Has 50 passive. I mean, it's actually Carino's not doing terribly here. Carino
Someone
has
is
a
on
base to
Duncan at
drop,
least.
which is specials they can take after. They are keeping up compared with other
Probably small
factions
money.
in terms of their passive. So if you take a look here, right, they're only 400 behind Hark. They're a couple K behind the leads, but have a little more passive. So, you know, aside from Hark having these pillaged territories to take, I think they're in an okay spot. But well defended by Hark here on these two fronts. I think maybe a few more casualties could have been dealt on ECAS. And with operations, I think this other fight goes a little more swimmingly, but well done. Let's see if we have some aggression. Okay, Carino and ECAS finally at war.
Carino?
This is big, and if you take a look,
You guys are getting
we have...
Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be big. So this Carino army is sitting into a now de-vetted, partially de-vetted ECAS army. And this is that region we talked about before, right? This is a pretty critical region. It supplies the only fuel cells they have access to. It's a sanctuary that's giving water as well. This region itself has water. And it makes more vulnerable this bunker.
Oh,
If they're able to liberate this is a great spot for...
Are you fucking okay, dude? It's just over for me. My spawn's already bad. I already can't play the fucking game, and now this. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Trady's not happy with the spawn. He's
wow.
hoping the
I
lead
don't
on
even know what I
discussions.
was supposed to do. I don't even know what I was supposed to do.
Now, Trady's probably could have
This is fucked
made a
up.
play for the center himself. I think this is the right play,
Genuinely fucked
but
up.
I wouldn't venture north. I would probably, if anything, venture south and fight over Crescent Ridge. Right, you could maybe...
Biobreak.
Okay, nice break for me to get coffee while they piss.
All back.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep.
Oh. My game is frozen.
Really?
Yeah. Oh wait, it's a land rat. I'm fucking retarded.
It's a lens right. Yeah.
Holy
All
shit.
right.
That's it.
Alright. Alright.
Are we just gonna let him take every
Alright, so
turn?
we got
or
a
are we just
beautiful
gonna let him
bounty
take
here on
every
Poor
turn?
Atreides. Water Cell's taking my Carino and
Can
full cell stuff, okay.
I beat the
So
Carino?
Carino's up here. It looks like ECAS is thinking about it. Do they win this fight?
I don't think you can.
This knight has to be in the south. If they can kill the Sards, you know, with the truces
try
that
it.
these other units have, there's no chance. So
Nine and
if
a
they
half
break
delegation
truce
does
with
not give
Carino, I
hedge,
think they're
right?
actually in a good spot. Carino right now
No,
is
the
getting
Lands
30% more power.
Give edge.
So these conscript riflemen
Unless
have almost
Mix
26 power, which is
did
massive.
something with that.
They're live reformation, so it, you know, it is what it is. But
No,
that's without that, it's a lot harder for them to kill high armor units. But this army will not suffice, unfortunately.
You wanna give me some more sards, TMB?
I'd rather you didn't,
I made
and he
two
is winning.
plays.
Yeah,
I'm
fine.
winning.
So
Are
it's
you
a spawn, I
fucking?
think.
Are you serious right now?
Look
Carino's
at
playing this
the
very well.
banner.
Are you
It's like
serious
that.
right now, bro? Are you
Like-
serious? I don't have a single other region to cap. I'm cooking the fucking least. Okay, my military is the weakest. I have no other win con, but now I'm winning. I just got hit with a lot of wrecks. Don't forget about that.
lead.
But I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
The hedge banner does not lie.
I know what you're trying to do, Mix.
What do I do? Not doing anything.
I know what you are trying to do. You won't Ilakafog me. Not today.
What?
So, honestly, I think that
I don't even know what that is.
I think Krino wins that. He's worried about a lack of fog being used, which makes your units uncontrollable. One way you can deal with this sort of setup, you put your squires in front,
You can hit Ikaz.
everything else in your knights, especially in the back, and then you do
Hey.
that attack with lack of fog.
Giving a
Don't
Once they're
hit
engaged in
Ikaz.
combat,
Does
the
not
knights will
interfere.
shoot through everything.
Why
Atreides
did
seems
Ikaz?
determined to interfere.
Atreides cannot play the fucking game, unfortunately.
Atreides doesn't
Why
have
did
to
you-
play the game because they are leading.
Atreides
Like, what?
is not leading hedge because there's still half the map to capture for Hark and ECAS. And Atreides does not have a single region to cap or PA. Unfortunately. Atreides
It's
has
mostly
no
Ikaz
way
is
to win
captured,
this
so
game off.
What
Well,
in
It's
my
mostly
plans,
Ikaz is
Atreides?
captured, so how about you? don't
Really, really,
interfere?
really? We're gonna be like this?
You're the one being like this. You're the one that's just every opportunity. I could be capturing Worm Nest right now and letting you get further ahead.
What fuck you mean further ahead? What am I gonna get ahead on? I'm
Hedge.
cooking the least.
Yes, but
Barely
if I take it
outcooking
away
you.
from
No.
the next least,
Some of this posturing with trade is actually, you can use this to annex. So while you're,
By the way, I think
attacking
Harkonnen's
this or
cooking less,
doing a
but-
little border skirmish, you could be
Yeah,
annexing.
But
one of
barely.
these
And it's a
regions that are
fucking
neutral.
Harkonnen, so it's not
Now,
really
right now,
saying much.
ECAS is in a
They have
decent
like
spot.
2 regions to
4
capture.
specials to take,
Yeah.
right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
One of them
Um,
you can PA, by the way.
She has
Well, don't tell him
500
that.
authority, right? So this is
Maybe
one.
that was
This
my
is
intention.
2400 hedge, plus whatever they get in champs. So probably within 1 to 2 taxes, ECAS can win here with
I'm
edge
kind of
snipe.
stuck up here with Ikaz, so
We can go away.
well,
Offer
I
me a
am stuck
truce.
here with Atreides.
I literally can't even finish my quest. Is the worst part of this game.
Neither can I.
Let's see what quest they're talking about
Like
here.
it's physically not possible.
You could finish a quest.
My main quest, no. I love vapor spam. I love vapor spam. Yippee.
Uh-oh.
who doesn't?
At your service, sir.
A little visual bug here.
On duty.
This is a very good use of vapors, though, to deny this attack, right? Now, Hark is probably aware that this is happening up here in the north. They are deeply negative. Wow, on Solari. What is going on? They're mostly saving decent exchange rate. They don't even need to be saved. This is just kind of elective. This malice they have here. Krino still no base drop. Really only has one place on the map to drop right now, which is right down here, which isn't even necessarily what you want. But you drop here, you can kill Carthag. You can take Crescent Ridge. It wouldn't be bad. What else do we have? Mandate trade agreement, research agreement. Show market. Still mostly Krinos. These guys are absolutely ridiculously strong right now. He can get to 30%. His arm would be pretty unbeatable, right? Getting up to that next 30% show mark is going to give another 15% military power. Plus whatever is going to be gained from Cho manipulation. So getting Emperor Eyes. I think after this you get siege incentives and you go for a base kill if you need to, and then a drop. Drop for specials. Hedge-wise, again, Carino not that far off the lead despite all of this. Making 60 a day. With the map being full,
Right,
it's going to be fine. Hark, it's okay to lose a region like this. The reason why is that with Instill Fear, it'll decrease the cost to retake it. So looking here, if Hark wanted to retake the sink they just abandoned, it would only cost 113, which is not bad. You can get this lower too if they were to get outpost logistics. But they need to get
Alright, so
these,
surely we're
guys
giving me speaker. Surely we're giving me speaker, right?
Architectural surveys,
Oh, yeah, sure.
very scary right now. Controlled markets would
Either
be brutal.
Harkonnen or Trades. I would say Harkonnen.
I mean, all these are pretty
Harkonnen would agree.
pretty big
Harkonnen.
votes.
Yeah. I
Atreides
would've
has
want
already gone
Harkonnen.
all in on
Oh shit,
himself.
you
Oh,
don't
and
have.
Harkonnen cannot. So
Shit.
Very, very big. So you really don't want Atreides or Carino to be speaker.
I'm 350 head, or sorry, 350 lands rad. Like it's not that bad.
A big vote.
Yeah, and you gain 32, so
So I'll have it in
Carino
3
plays
councils,
very
which
well.
will not
3
be soon enough
charters,
to- or sorry, in 2
judge.
councils for now, which is not soon
Very
enough.
good
to win.
economy. Very tall build on only 1 base. Is very much still in it on 1 base and 1 special. Think about that. And honestly, I think this army probably... Yeah, I mean, I think if a fog were to happen there, it would have been a different story, but you guys didn't have a fog at the time, and I don't think ECA's even cooking for a fog, or has the intel for one. Do they? No, not close. They need to get some POIs. So, this trade is going to go for the middle.
Ooh, Trades.
Looks like they might.
What is
Echaz.
this?
What is this?
Surely you wouldn't.
And the trade is in the lead right now, right? So
Right.
this is,
I assist you.
you really don't want either of these players to get the middle.
I'm listening.
And we'll see if Atreides tries to take this fight. Oh! Broke truce. Gonna get 1 person back here for ECAS to cap this. I would take this now from ECAS, but Atreides might just be drawing ECAS away a bit, which would be a huge move from Carino.
How's it looking, Wooble?
Does Carino have a Chronos up?
how's what looking?
Oh, Echaz, you should
Get
tag
one
to
up.
me.
So we'll have to see how he uses
Yeah.
this. One thing you can do as Carino, which is very fun and pretty maniacal,
Good.
is you can rally your Kronos onto an airfield, and as soon as it spawns,
You've got it under control.
you can break truce with that person and then
What?
fly over.
Well,
Looks like he's currently
how
truced with
Carino?
No, with the
yes.
ECAS
wow.
is flying in here.
Oh,
What is this Carino army? Oh my god.
I feel like if you
Hello?
wanna keep the piece, you give it to me. Exactly.
Wait, let me decide.
Okay, wait. Can we just pause? Can we just pause for a second? This is King of the Hill. This is King of the Hill.
Oh, no.
This is King of the Hill. Let's just think about it. Let's just think about it. This is actually just King of the Hill.
So Atreides still in the lead. If Atreides takes that,
Okay, you
Atreides
can
is
have
gonna
it.
probably
I
win.
feel like it's fine if it's on me.
It really should probably, if anyone, go to
Sure.
Hark. Hark is capping their neutrals now.
I knew you would agree.
I think Hark needs to think about... Okay, there's a big fight over the middle, and ECA's going to take middle with Atreides. ECA's Atreides onto the middle. They can go for Worm's Nest. It's a great opportunity. There's now some redundancy with these airfields. If ECAS takes that, I think they're going to win from taking their sanctuaries. But Carino now, again, Carino is basically tied with everyone else with more passive and about to make more. And they still have a main base to drop. So...
Oh, shit,
I don't know if there's
push
going to be scheming
anymore.
over liberating Basin or taking Basin. I don't know if there's
think
going
you
to
are.
be...
Woo, I'm gonna
you
go
know,
kill your rebels
Hark
to
takes
farm
this and then,
XP because I have nowhere else to do it. Is that
Carino
okay?
can drop here.
Yeah,
a lot of
Rebels
different
fine.
options. Dune Gov is
So
the
I
next
can't
one
even
up.
make it there in time.
Right now, only
Whatever.
Carino's eligible. Trade is only making 43. We'll
Whatever.
only making 43. 43 lands rad standing per day. So in 2 councils will be eligible. But this might just be a vote for Gov. It looks like
Atreides is bumping of.
Trades is bumping Gov, trying to make a problem out of Carino, making
Just-
47
I want
influence a day.
everybody to know.
Jeez, look at the charismatic
Allegedly.
quirks on those agents, right? Charismatic is what gives you additional influence production. The effect is doubled on each agent with sustainable spying if you use it well. And so that's how he's making this much influence. It's kind of crazy, actually. 47 influence a day. Over Landsred such as 950 almost influence being produced. So the stock's going to be pretty full. That's all just from that charismatic trait, right? 13 influence. Just from the agents. And I'm too lazy to look at whether that's fully optimized or not. But it's pretty substantial, right? Trades basically as much influence as the rest of them combined. So what to do? Where to go from here? This is tough.
Yeah,
Assassination opens
once
it
you
up
get your
for
base
sure.
out, right?
If Worm's Nest goes down, Carino has a base drop and then a Well of Riches, or Worm's Nest for himself. So that's also tricky. Atreides really getting any region is going to be a problem.
Talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And
yep.
Ekaz
Nice.
looks like
Not good.
maybe in a place of weakness, but it's really just behind the lead,
What base?
right? And has 1, 2,
Military
3,
base. Military
4
base.
sanctuaries. So what I would do is I'd pillage these.
Where do you want to get it at?
I'd put guys in each
Grab the
one, start
forest.
pillages, and then
Why don't you attack me?
probably
I'm not in the lead.
yeah, I'd cap
No,
all
seems like
these,
you
start
are.
pillaging the sieges, and when they finish, cap these sanctuaries. These 4 sanctuaries. That's 2,400.
Oh.
Spice tax is going to be 3,600. So you'd be at like, yeah, maybe not quite enough, but theoretically has more stored than other factions do. Then your champions, right? Your champions go to work on this town, kill the buildings, kill the villages, the militia. Down here, I think these are harder. Actually, over here, build an airfield right here. Right? Come up here, fight these, retreat, fly over here. Right? Kill this airfield. Kill these militia and buildings. That's another 900 there. So 900, 800. Hard starting
Everyone's so
assassination.
peaceful.
Now, in
Look,
one
I
of the
mean,
patches
once
for
you
the
get your
community patch,
military base,
Hark
I'm ready
assassination is
to
now
go.
detected
Ready
at
to fucking
35%
fight.
at a max, compared with 50% in the normal patch. So it'll get detected a little bit earlier. We can look at where the cells are by clicking on the camera for Hark. So we see using this airfield. We have one on Worm's Nest, which is pretty expected. We do have stealth detection on these units, and they're coordinating an attack right now. So Atreides, Ekaz, Carino, all talking to each other on how to deal with each other. So capturing the sanctuary, smart to prevent, if you have to abandon this, prevent a base drop. Let's see where the rest are. So one here, one
Oh
here,
shit! I wanted to make the guy.
and
I forgot.
one over here. Another
That
change
would've
is
been-
when under siege
That
or
would've been
when
fun.
under attack in a village, you can no longer run assassins. in
Okay,
for,
wait, who gets Guff
assassination
here?
refresh.
Arena.
You just oppose it.
Yeah, we just deny it. He has not a lot of votes.
Now, gear reg
And
is
I
gonna be
want
the big
a lot
one.
of votes.
It's a bit more.
but
So
Look
we
at the
need
chill
like
market.
maybe
Uh,
600.
I want everybody to pay attention to the plus 47 influence income on the Atreides.
Who, me?
Crazy, I
no,
know.
35% is still.
Do we want to put gear regulations on
It's probably
Atreides?
typical for when it gets detected anyway, so I don't think it's a massive
Yeah.
We could,
difference, but it certainly won't get
Okay,
detected any
nice.
sooner
I will
if
put
it's been assassinated or
250
sacrificed
against
for.
Carino.
And again, I think killing Ekaz is nice. I think because it opens up Worm's Nest for Hark. The problem is it opens up this for
Alright, bump
Atreides,
Gov,
and
bump
this is
Gov,
region.
time to
Nice.
bump Gov. Someone else be bumped Gov.
Interesting.
Fuck. Was
So
that a
I'm not even gonna-
misvote?
Atreides is not need to
I'm
bump
not
vote.
even. No,
Atreides can
that was
actually, as
completely
speaker,
intentional.
You guys
choose to
help
have
them go.
boss rights
That
if he
was-
doesn't want to.
yeah.
So if I'm them, I actually vote up.
Beach Cat, this
Uh,
happened
something
recently,
else.
didn't it?
So this is unusual play. I think he's stalling for time here, hoping that this combined pressure and this assassination will allow him to take one of these regions. And if Atreides takes this region, I think they're in trouble. It's gonna be hard to push Atreides off. Looks like, yeah, okay, awesome. We see some
what's
violence
this?
happening now. Krino only has one
Oh,
or has
my
2 truces, so these guys are still pretty
Ah,
jacked.
no
Should be able to
longer
take this out pretty
friends.
handily, I think. An orbital here would be outstanding as well.
There's no
Yeah,
friends.
ceasefire. Everyone's favorite. Now again, there's still a base to be dropped. So if something opens up, that's where you can drop. And again, Atreides will keep saying that he's not winning. He is winning. But Ekaz has more hedge stored. So Ekaz has these 3 regions
Remember
plus
who helped you in your time
the
of
ability to
need.
get more with Whitmore. Hark is probably in last right now. There's no regions for him to take that he's been pillaging. He has the potential for Worm's Nest, but again, if Ekaz dies, there's going to be probably a base drop here, is my guess. And then Krino has Worm's Nest and Well of Riches. Atreides will be able to annex Basin very easily. So lots of issues here with Ekaz dying.
Please don't do
And
this.
Ekaz has now realized she's getting
Don't like
assassinated.
this. Go
Now,
away.
this is great. So there's this musketeer. This musketeer
Fuck
has stealth
you.
detection. If we take a look at long
You
range,
accept
it's bad to see.
Wormness
This
as
can one-tap
payment.
this assassin if she sees it, clicks it,
Fuck.
and she does not. So it goes in.
Don't tell me you're getting assassinated.
I'm getting assassinated.
So she should have seen where this is. She needs to fly more units over here to protect it. Good. And then she needs
Fuck
to basically spread out
this.
musketeers along the border
Okay.
so that
you
that
do
stealth detection
this.
happens. So put them here, put one like here, put one over here. If you have a sanctuary or a garden rather, you always want one there.
Quick and fast.
And yeah, so this is
Do
smart. Went there.
this.
He's gonna, let's see, I think Hark had another one up here in this region. So this is very smart going to different ones, right?
Yeah.
Worm's Nest is taken care of.
Right. Choose.
And this is when maybe you have to abandon, but again, if he has abandons this region, Atreides or Karina will take that, which you also don't want. And then, oh my god, Karina's going to attack
Yeah,
this. If he attacks
there.
this region, then the assassin can't go in.
Let's move.
This is
on
a huge... Oh no. Karina might have wanted Ekaz to die there, honestly. So the other thing is the timing of this, right? Karino, if Ekaz is dead, Karino might get away with a gov win. Pretty wild to think about.
Why did it put off? Fucking hell.
So
I'll
we
help
see
you
him
if you
trekking
want,
across the
thanks.
desert. Does he have a supply drop? He does. So this one
How
will
would
get
you
in.
help me?
By getting the Carino off of your Imperial Basin.
I mean, sure.
Uh-oh. Will Shai Halud ruin the plans of the
I have
Harkonnen?
different problems here.
Great, so a thumper
Let's
goes down
see.
here to stop that worm. Another assassin goes in. Oh, this is big. And again, I think the only way you realistically defend this as Ekaz is you spread out your muskets in your border regions
Fuck
and in your
you.
villages, and you try to find the assassins that come. One thing you can do from
Okay.
Ekaz's perspective, right, is you'll
Nothing here.
see shuttles flying with invisible units. I know an
probably up
assassin's here.
there.
So
How
I'm
the
now
fuck
thinking
were you killing him
this
so
is
fast?
this is the region I need to
Look at my
prevent.
chum.
Now this is really dangerous. Oh gosh. So Carino now has this region, a base drop here, and the ability to take
I'm
well at
swimming-
riches.
I
This
was
can be
swimming
a
in money
Carino
on
win
both
with a
of
base
these.
drop right here.
Why Carino's not
This is
dropped the
crazy.
base yet?
Yeah. I
Oh
know,
no.
'cause he cannot.
This is kind of what we
want
talked
to.
about with the risk of
There's
doing an
no
assassination here.
want to.
Is peaceful annexations from
There's no way to
Atreides.
drop the
Have they
base.
started yet? He should be
There's-
annexing. Yeah, he's annexing here. A base drop right here from Carino basically will win him the game. Unless there's some
Oh,
ceasefires
shit.
queued up.
There.
There is
There's
now.
one. maybe he's going to play a little more conservatively. He's going to be able to take base in here. The assassination, I believe, can be thwarted still. Where's that last cell at? Yeah, that's gone. Gov is eligible
Okay.
still. Speaker can use loss of rights. But
Well, let's go before he gets the missile turret up in the Imperial Basin.
And this is bad.
He has no base
Good.
drop, so his units are gonna fold like paper if we can actually fight him.
So the Atreides might take this if they're able to cap this. If that's been taken too. Yeah, so that base drop needs to have already come down. I think a base drop here, flying in and stopping this cap wins Carino the game. If Atreides caps this, I think they might win on tax. Right? Because yeah, what are we at then? We're at 7 days, 27-6 from taking that, 28-8. And then maybe another PA up here, and that does it. Did they queue up 2 PAs or 1? There's only 1 here. And then it's going to be a matter of betraying Atreides and their force truce in order to prevent it. So, big battle in the center here. Very diligent combined military forces of Atreides and Hark fighting. No Serbs here, but these things are still going to fold. These gunners do some good work. And if I'm a Hark, I'm trying to take the middle back. If I'm ECAS, I'm going to have to deal with this. And ECAS, where are we at? We got 400 authority.
Where's loss of rights?
Recap these.
Why is
Doesn't
loss?
always drop.
Yeah, it does.
No.
With Gov. That's fucking weird. Whoa.
And when you look at that, Atreides is eligible.
And you guys gotta vote me for it. You guys gotta vote me for it, or he wins.
Does anyone have Chome and Insider Trading?
Who could have guessed
Don't
this
have
would
it there,
happen?
don't have it there, don't
Yeah,
have it.
I'm
Okay,
using
Atreides
400
actually looking
votes
for
on
Insider
myself.
Trading.
You guys gotta do the
Doesn't have a lot of
rest.
Chome. But this is always a risk that people take when they play in games like this. Is a lot of misdirection in how people are voting.
400 doesn't seem generous enough.
That's unfortunate.
It is.
Now this is Atreides should be putting a lot
Voting
more than 400 in
300
this. Atreides needs
On Atreides.
Carino not to win this on Gov, and then they have a very good chance of winning. So if I'm Atreides,
Should be
I'm putting
enough,
everything
right?
in here. There's no reason they shouldn't.
250.
They're going to replenish all of their influence
250,
within the next land
500,
strat, so they don't need to save any of it.
500.
Maybe
It's
they can
enough.
save
If
2
he
or
has
300
insider
when you're
trading,
Gov, you
it's
have
not
higher
enough.
influence.
I don't.
He does not.
Wow.
So I would put at least 600 as Atreides.
Okay.
Yeah, 800. Okay,
It's
Atreides will
either
take
kill
this and
Atreides
bump in the
or
lead here.
GG.
And then we should really see a concerted effort to liberate Atreides. Carino's right behind him though, right? Is the Chronos down? It should be down. Yeah. So Hart can recap this, excellent. Will they also be able to cap this? I'm not sure. We don't see a main base drop. We need a base over here from Carino. Has to come down on here.
Yeah, now we really gotta kill
Has
Atreides.
to come now. Right. There's no base. We're not seeing a whole lot of options. Atreides is just going to annex this. This needs to be stopped. There's the base. Awesome. That stops Atreides' peaceful annexation. So now they have a little more time.
I'm only there to decap.
And they
I'm
need
only there
to, they
to
need to
decap
focus
the
on this.
Atreides.
This is risky though. I think if
Yeah.
you're able to drop on this region, 1, it's closer, you can take this. 2, you can also kill foliage if you want. I don't think killing foliage is the right idea though. You don't actually want
Wait, I can't move.
ECAS dead
Alright,
for this
pause,
reason.
pause.
Yeah,
It's plus.
it's paused. It's paused.
And as Hark can take these, and I think hold these against Atreides at least, these back, this is a lot of
We
edge
will
being
need to
taken.
move on Atreides.
So let's look at Hark.
It's not gonna
23
be
is going to
enough.
come up 3,600. So 20.
I agree. I just have something to do
something like
first.
that. But he's right. He needs to
don't
take
think you
some
will
of
have
this off
time.
Carino, and they need to focus
Well,
on decapping Atreides up
ECAS
here. This
thinks
should
they
be a
have
priority.
time.
With Thufir, again, you can multi-build and you can hasten. So all these got built almost within like a day.
Yeah, I think EKS will change their mind pretty soon.
Looking at the early hedge and how that played in. So we got 4,500 almost.
That
from Craft
fucking base
Workshops.
shot. What can I? Does PA or sorry? Does
3,500,
peaceful
37.
or does ceasefire stop?
Yeah, so you can see this kind of
base drop?
trickle of hedge over time for Atreides early Craft Workshops.
Nothing does.
It's
Yeah,
really
so
giving them
nothing I
that
could've done
advantage,
there
that
then.
push, extra 1,000 hedge over everyone else. Very strong. Now, Spice is coming in 1 day. Atreides will be at 28, so they'll be at
Are you alright, Minx?
29-2.
I'm alright.
And if there are missions for Atreides too, looks like they don't have any missions, but one of these pops
Can
up
be
as another
unposted.
300, they would be able to
Yes.
make the remainder in about 15 days or so. So Atreides has about a 15-day window to defend these and can win. And I don't think other people have the ability to spike as much as they need to in order to stop this. So Atreides should have a ceasefire ready here. They have their airfield, a missile battery there. They have force truce ready too, right? With Gov, if they betray you, they're not going to be able to vote you out. And I don't think anyone else is going to be quite. Actually, Carino might be in striking distance of winning here too. But you see 29-2 from the spice tax.
Who burdened me?
What do you need?
We see some people scrambling to finish the mission. So Hark's over here. He's actually finished this. I think you turn this in and you claim the hedge at this point. Over here, Ekaz hasn't used scav teams to get this one. But maybe he's trying to get one more trophy and get a little trickle in. But they need to decap this yesterday. You know, this is unfortunately taking a little too long. They might be squandering their opportunity here. Again, Atreides just needs to defend, and they win. Hark has nothing to cap in the back. Pillaging sieges as Hark could be nice. And so yeah, I think you let Carino take this. Ekaz needs to take that too. Ekaz's army is was taking this off of Ekaz. I did not see that. That's a very big play. Very unusual to choose down here, but it makes sense. And again, I think if you put your airfield over here on the border, it's a little easier to get away with. A little shifting around of territories. I think, yeah, flying up here, dealing with this is the most important thing. Ekaz does not really have the spiking potential right now. They have virtually no passive being generated. Got a worm sign here. I think a
You still
ceasefire
can't
goes down
attack.
and stops it. Right? And Carina's on that point. There's the ceasefire. So, cool.
Interesting.
Hark could go for Arakeen, but I don't think we'll be successful. There's, again, potential for big bunker here. It's not really realized. There's these regions here. I think you kill these things. You maybe try to force a missed tax from Atreides or something. But I think Atreides wins this game. I don't see them, if he has enough influence for it, or intel. He has another, he should be working another ceasefire. He has he has intel for it. He has the money for it. So he should be queuing up another ceasefire. If he doesn't, he has Thufir, so he can get one ready and hasten it when he's done here. One thing you do here, right, is you put the Overlord at this border, and that'll absorb the missile battery shots, and then you have the rest of your army do the fighting over here. Okay, Carino going for the base, it looks like. Flying into this little neutral area next to Arakeen. And we see we don't see a break in the truce quite yet. Now, he has to be really careful not to betray Atreides here. Really, really careful. If he betrays Atreides, he won't be able to vote in that land strat. Atreides has 400. Ekaz had betrayed Atreides up there in the corner, I imagine. And so Hark is it's really just Hark and Carino's influence against Atreides' massive
Carino
influence
go?
production votes. So up here,
I'm
right, you see Ekaz
right here
taking this
fighting
back,
him.
good.
Ah.
Got to destroy all these buildings,
There you
especially the airfield. Awesome. Gonna get some hedge, retake this. If ECAS takes this, ECAS actually will be able to win. Atreides, though, at 29-8. So we've got maybe 4 days, 3 days before
That's up to
Atreides wins here. They need to kill this. Here you see the missile batters. A nuke here would be amazing. The Overlord needs to do its thing. Decimation protocol's already been used, it seems. Hark needs to get the gunners back and start focusing on the space. And do we see? Okay, we have interdiction zone. Unfortunately, not being able to get used quite yet. I think Atreides might win this on hedge. If they're able to destroy his passive hedge, that's another way of doing this. I don't think. Yeah, the ceasefire's up there. It looks like Atreides wins this. Again, still a very strong faction. Still very hard to deal with. Very good military. Good, just like passive bonuses all around. Hard to dislodge into attack. But honestly, this could have gone ECAS. It could have gone Carino. I think with a faster base drop on this region, and they make a play for this when it's empty. I think they're able to take that before 2 ceasefires get through.
Good game.
Yeah. Figured this would happen.
Very close. No base drop.
No, the base would drop next to
Where?
Minx's base.
I thought that as soon as Minx abandoned those regions, you drop and you go for that. And I think
I
you
should have, but I
timed it,
didn't have
yeah.
the money.
Oh, no money. You had a fuck ton of chom,
No
didn't
money.
I went on Gov either
Yeah.
way.
you? Yeah.
But even then, I don't think I'm on time because I just get ceasefired and then I still lose mid.
I
Also,
think
my
you should have
phone
just
was
dropped
died,
the
so
base
Yeah.
You
That's
should've
the
dropped
risk
the
of
base
assassinating
just
ECAS in a
anywhere
lobby like
in your
this.
territory so
he
you
had
can
nowhere
get
to-
the triple red bonus. It's just so necessary.
He had nowhere to drop that military base, his second base, and he had nowhere to.
He could have just dropped
expand
it
to.
like next to his first base. No.
He could have, yeah, for sure. But
Then I
I-
would just
that's
lock
what he
myself
should've
out
done.
of
I think the
hedge.
assassination is tough because
Yeah, the
I
assassination.
think he
won me
wants
the
he
game.
wants
I don't-
Worm's Nest, and I get that. I think he probably could have just forced his way through into Worm's Nest, honestly, without.
No, because I would
assassination.
have started attacking him if he ever left the border.
Yeah. That assassination, I think, opened that up for Carino and Atreides
Yeah,
to
won me
push
the
in.
game. Yeah,
That's good. That's very back and forth. It's very close.
yeah.
I think if you're able to take that top region, if they're able to either kill Atreides or if Atreides has to use ceasefire on their main base, I think you can win from just your champion hedge too.
Yeah.
You're very close. You still have your sanctuary.
If Minx
it's-
got
it's a
that
good play.
region, then she would have won. I had an extra ceasefire that I just used right now, but yeah, the Carino army was too weak for me to have to use it on my base because the Hark had to push through all the missile batteries on our border.
Yeah, you only had I think one.
You had one.
Yeah,
I had one, and then when you guys started attacking me, I through fear built like 6.
Oh, I didn't see those.
I will
yeah.
see another
Yeah, I think the Overlord can probably absorb one while he kills the militia. And I think if he wipes your army first, and like an orbital comes down, I think it's a plausible push towards Araki.
I killed the flamers first, so they were not killing my base.
Oh no, I don't.
Especially with no
I think
Chronos,
dealing with your
'cause-
dealing with your army first though is the.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
be
I
the
think
play.
a good Overlord hit could have done something there because I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah, an Overlord, little nerf, but still does a lot of splash when you're kind of clumped up like that. And honestly, if all you have are to resort to like mercs after your army gets wiped and you're burdened, you're pretty fucked against Tark.
Did they have burden? I thought they were spending it on orbital. I guess Hark might have had one. Wooble, did you have a burden?
I was about to pull one out. I can
Yeah.
insta grab one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a breaches ready. He had a supply drop. Could have gotten a burden or another vapors. That was very close.
Yeah.
Where was your last cell? Oh, your second last. I don't know.
There's one in Basin. There's one in the Worm's Nest, and there's one in. I thought it was in Well of Riches.
Yeah. I think Wooble, what you should have done
I
is
see.
just drop Worm's Nest and I'll stop the assassination because like Minx
I
dropping
did.
any more territories than that it just wins me or TMB the game.
No, I mean the deal was give me
Oh,
Worm's
okay.
Nest, and I
Yeah.
dropped the
Didn't mean to get
assassination.
greedy then.
She refused to negotiate, that's for sure.
yeah, alright.
Which I respect.
What you should have done
Um,
is just send some staff serbs up in that village and try to capture it for yourself.
That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some sneaky plays. But
But
end
I
of,
think
end
the
of the
lesson
game
I've
was still, you
learned-
guys were all pretty close actually at the end.
Yeah.
It was basically a special away
Yeah.
from most
It
people.
was a
winning.
fucking king of the hill for the middle.
That middle
for
was
a while
awesome.
there. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was fucking fun.
I like how it stayed neutral
I
for so
had
long
to-
too.
I had to cook my hedge from month 3 to even stay in the
Yeah,
game.
I started 3 days after you did it because I saw the same thing.
Yeah, you guys
You had
actually
3
at the end of the
specials to
game,
cook on though, like
Atreides had
Yeah, and you're
5,200 hedge,
cooking the same.
5,300 hedge from workshops. Ekaz had 3,700. Karina had 43. And Hark, poor Hark, 28. So it was really your early cooking that won you that game. It gave you a
I
lead
saw
of at
that
least
from a
1,000,
ways off.
yeah.
I knew I was gonna be penned in.
You didn't
from-
have a
from
bad
basically
you didn't
the
have a
very
bad set of regions, right? You had a desolation and a deep desert protecting you from one angle.
Industrious Mount Idaho and the Sandfall gave me insane tempo,
Yeah,
but aside
yeah.
from that, like the spawn's not really good.
I mean, you have
'Cause I can't-
safe regions.
It's so hard
right?
for me to play any win con. It's so hard for me to play.
You have
any
you have
win con
you have a
with this
safe
spawn.
you have a safe backfield to expand to that no one can contest. You don't have a great like spice situation. You have one
Yeah, I have
versatile,
one
it's fine,
spice and
yeah.
one siege, and 3 specials with nowhere to expand. Like I'm stuck here on 14 regions, which is like that's fine, I guess.
14's a ton. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. 14's fine.
Not
How
with
many
a
how many do you
curve
think you
down
should
here.
have?
I mean, TNB had one special the whole game.
Ekaz has
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
right now. Karino's 9, and Hark has 15. You have 15 by the end of the game, but
I have 15.
13's about average for a map, right? So saying you only have 13 is you have as many regions as anyone else should.
I guess I could have dropped in this southwest region of mine that was just there.
Which one?
Um,
The one just south of
other
the main
rare
map.
elements
Nightblood.
region.
Yeah, I think the one next to that, the Zanun. I mean, I guess you don't get a furnace in that region.
No,
which
I
is
don't.
nice,
I
but-
need Zanon for the furnace and the spice silo.
But a furnace
What
though in
counselors were
Volcano,
you
right?
running? You were running Zamgaran at Fenring, TMB.
No, I ran Gaius some.
I actually like that combo.
You had Gaius Zum. I hate that.
Mm.
I didn't even see him use Gaius. I didn't even realize.
I did. I just didn't have the main base building to half the bumping as well. Because if I had, then I think I win off of Gov. Because you
Yeah.
can't outbump
No.
me.
I have too much influence production for that to be the case.
You were making
Yeah,
14
that-
influence a day
but
from
no, no,
charismatic
no,
works.
I was at like
every-
50 at one point.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but every influence I generate is worth 4 times the amount.
Two
Because
times.
I cost 4 because I halve the bump and I double the amount that I bump.
yeah, but I also have the pump.
But I didn't.
Okay. But it's not worth 4 times, it's worth 2 times what I produce.
Well,
and
he
I
means
was
off of the
producing about
base,
2
I
No.
times.
assume.
No, off of the base, yes, because
Yeah.
it's half the cost but twice the amount.
Yeah.
Which means that I actually contest you on bumping power.
I thought you had a good chance even on one
Well,
base. and I was
my
thinking,
whole plan with the Gov, I was actually expecting to win on Gov there was I make him Gov, I cash in my Landsrad quest to get enough Landsrad standing in the next one so they have to elect me. I deny loss of rights so they're forced into electing me or he wins. And then since we were in a bumping race for Speaker and Gov, then Speaker's already at 800, so I just put it up to 2k and then deny loss of rights again and win Gov the next time. But yeah,
the
didn't do
betrayal's
that.
probably, I think forcing betray at that point in the game, you could probably win by just getting rid of people's, if it's down to the wire, if you force them to betray you like Ekaz had to for that region up there, or if you force Karina to betray you, that's probably enough to sway it that you're going to outvote them all.
No.
You're able
I
to
don't
force
think I
What
can
does he
ever
force a
outvote
betray
it.
with? I don't see how he forces a betray with, because he cannot
If I'm
capture
not-
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, one thing I think you have to just not be in truce with Carino. I think at that point in the game,
I
it's
forced
a,
truce.
it's a hazard.
I wanted him to fly his army to my base.
Oh. You
'Cause
played into
it-
his
I
plan. You
figured-
played into his trap. You fool.
I